This is East Idaho Newsmakers with Nate Eaton.
Welcome to East Idaho Newsmakers. Today we have two local businessmen. You've probably heard of their product. They're with the company Fun. This is Eric and Steve Browning. They are brothers running the company. Thanks so much for coming in here today.
You bet.
Let's go back to the beginnings. I mean, you're not that old of a company from what I understand. How did you guys get started?
Well, my parents started in 2010, and it was prior to that they received a request from their granddaughter named Emily, who had found that she wanted to be a mermaid, and she didn't want to just dress up like one for Halloween. She wanted to swim like one. So she worked with her grandma, which is our mother, and came up with an idea to create at the time it was a very long swimsuit that looked kind of in shape was a mermaid tail. And then they took it home, and all the friends wanted one, and my mom made them some. And pretty soon they got together and said, you know what? My parents said, let's put this on eBay. Let's go e-commerce. And they put it on eBay and began to sell it, and it just started to take off.
And your mother just made them at home with a sewing machine? And
yeah, she had her little sewing machine going. She ended up having 7 other local seamstresses, kind of grandmas around her, helping her to coordinate this as it started to sell more and more. And then they were kind of going along, and business was growing. And then they decided that they wanted to serve a mission for their church. And so I was working as a vice president of a software company at the time, and Steve and I had always grown up. We kind of wanted to work in business together, and my background is in sales and marketing, and Steve's in accounting and finance, and so we thought, boy, this is a great chance. We can help take this business. So we contacted our mom and said, we've got a proposition, and we basically offered to become equal partners in the company and said, you don't have to worry. We'll help this company grow and develop into more things, and we sent them on their mission, and we started to become Fun people. I quit my job. My CEO looked at me like, you're doing what?
So what?
yeah.
And I said, I think he can go places, and I gave up a very good job, very good opportunity, and to come do this. So it was an exciting time for us to put it all in the game.
And it's gone places. It's gone places.
It really has.
Steve, for those people unfamiliar, we're going to take a look at some of these products here as we go along. But for those people unfamiliar, what type of products are you guys making?
Well, we started off making, like he said, the mermaid tail. Then we created a monofin flipper that helps the tails work better and look better. And since then, we've expanded into shark fin, swim toys that you strap on. And we went from there to other things like swimsuits that are coordinating and matching the tail. And then we've added other accessory items, apparel, like mermaid t-shirts and leggings. And then we started this blanket line of animals that look like animals, bears and tigers. And also blankets that are mermaid tails. So we continue to expand the products that we sell.
Yeah, and like I said, in just a minute, we'll take a look at some of these products. So it launches on eBay. Mm-hmm. It takes off. Did your parents then decide we're going to open up a brick and mortar store, or is that when you guys came along and said we need to take this to the next level?
Well, at the time they were running it on eBay, and they're doing okay, but they're just about they're pretty much maxing out their capacity. They're working out of basically their living room. And my mom was customer service, fulfillment, everything you can imagine, and she had it in a little notebook and trying to keep everything straight.
And it was that big. I mean, she was constantly getting orders.
Oh yeah, she was very busy, very, very busy. And so basically we went in and said, okay, we need to move this to the web, we need to move this to new channels, we need to broaden the portfolio of products. And we also developed, I think, which is called the Mermaidens. They're an animation series of mermaids who live around the seas of the ocean. And so we have a separate website we created called finfriends.com.
Oh, wow.
That actually is a place the kids can go and play games and can dress up their mermaid or can find out which mermaids like them. So we created this whole world of mermaids, including 60 stories. And the animation we've created, we have illustrators. It's beautiful. And so we really created this underwater world out of eastern Idaho, of all places.
Wow.
So yeah, since that time, you kind of look at, one of our sayings when we first got into business, and we really believe it, is that everyone deserves to dream. And we really believe that. I mean, our mother, her granddaughter, and us, and every one of our customers deserve to dream. And so as we started to roll this out, we knew we needed to be philanthropic in nature. And so we began to give back to children's causes. We've given to over 18 organizations over the past 5 years that we've done this. And we think that, by giving, it's the way to go in a community. And so we've given, and we're going to continue to give. Now, how's it gone since then? Well, when we started, it was in their house, and they had 7 people, and Steve was kind of helping them with the accounting, and now we have, we're number 119 this year on the Inc. 500. We were named which was Internet Hot 100, which is awesome to get the Internet Hot 100. It's for finding, again, a niche product. That's how we're named. Amazon's number 1, by the way, on that list. And we're number 28 on that same list of just innovative companies.
Not bad.
And they liked what we were doing with our mermaidens and the product and all those other things. And then recently, we're really excited that we were named Small Business of the Month, this month, for the entire United States of America. And we had a proclamation read in the Senate or whatever about that. So we were really honored to bring the business of the month out of the millions of businesses in America, small business that's right here in Idaho Falls.
Congratulations. That's
Thank
a big
you.
accomplishment.
Yeah.
Did you ever imagine this, Steve, back in 2010 as your mother's making fins in her front room?
No, I didn't have any idea it would grow into this. In fact, when we did our 5-year business plan, we thought it would take 5 to 10 years to get where it got in 2 to 3. It was that fast of growth. We just had no idea it was going to go like it did.
What is it about the products that you think are just so that people love?
Well, they allow dreams to happen for young girls, I think, in a nutshell. It allows a girl who's always wanted to be able to swim and look like a mermaid to actually have that experience. And that's life-changing for some of these young people, and it just has grown like wildfire, really. As one girl goes in a pool and the other friends see it, they want it too. And so until recently, we really had to spend very little on advertising. It's been word of mouth primarily, as one person sees another person and it just grows from there.
And you I'm sure, have discovered the magic of social media. Yeah. We run an online news organization, so we see it every day, just how things explode, and some things go viral and some things don't. How has social media impacted your business?
If there's one thing I think we did right, it was social media right from the start. When we got started, we really focused on that. And we found some partnerships with some other places. One in particular, they kind of have a tie to Eastern Idaho, the Cute Girl Hairstyles people. They did a thing with us, and I think that is their highest viewed YouTube video. It's 120 million views.
Wow.
It helped them, it helped us. And then since then, we've been on many different social media sites. Our product has been seen hundreds and hundreds of millions of times. It seems like for a while, if you wanted to, just simply go on the website, go to YouTube and put in Fun Mermaid Tail, and you'll see the mass view that this has. The Kardashians contacted us, and they wanted to do a big, mermaid fin fun party that they had.
Wow, did they do it?
Oh yeah, they did it. It was just in their home, and so they had, I think they purchased like 25, 30 tails and 20 shark fins, and so it's been really fun to see that we've had this influence outside. So social media has been a huge thing for us, and I think along with Steve's magic is we create that feeling of magic. When you go to our website and you get this feel like you're on the beach, like it's just this fun party. And I really appreciate our team. We've had an excellent team throughout the years who have really done a tremendous job. And it seems like they've come in right when we've needed them. We just get the right people. And
how many employees do you have?
So we have right now, you're better at that.
Well, it's between 75 and 80 right now.
Started with 7.
Started
Well,
with
seven.
Really,
It started with 2.
Yeah, 2.
The others were just part-time seamstresses, and we don't count seamstresses in that number. That's just administration and sales and customer service. That's what we have there.
Here in Idaho Falls.
Yeah.
You recently moved into a nice building. Do you expect to fill that building and grow even more?
It's actually already pretty full.
Yeah.
If we were to grow more, we could probably last another few months, but in a year or two, we'd have to add on. And we own the land around it, so we have the ability to expand that location. So we'll probably be there for a while.
Have you been to pools or resorts or beaches and seen your products and that people are using? And what's that like to be like, hey, I'm in charge of that. You know, I'm the CEO.
You know, it's kind of fun to see the reaction when people see these come into the swimming pools. At first, 5-7 years ago, it was so unheard of. And now people are seeing them much more frequently. And so when people go to these pools and they see this and they find out we're involved, you're almost treated like you're a celebrity in a way, especially by the kids. They go crazy. I mean, I remember once I met a family that, I was talking about something else, and and then all of a sudden his kids were just zoned out. They didn't care. And then they learned that I was an owner of FinFun. And let me tell you what, they came to attention like I was, Santa Claus. Maybe they were hoping I'd be as generous as Santa Claus. Didn't have any product with me. But it was really fascinating to see. And we get a lot of people that even stop in sometimes that are coming, and they make it part of their destination, part of their trip, is to stop in Idaho Falls and go to FinFun, just to walk in the building. And when they walk in the building, I mean, it's a neat office and it's kind of fun, and it has a lot of energy. But they go in there and they're just like, kind of like I felt the first time I entered Disneyland. I mean, it's kind of that same feeling of awe. And we always try to make sure that they feel good. We want these kids, we want to build. Whenever we can, we want to build. And the other thing we've been doing that's important, so I talked about philanthropy, but another thing that's important with this is that we have a real mission to help kids learn how to swim. The real obvious question here is, are kids safe in these? Are they safe when they swim in these? And the first thing that people do when they're teaching someone to swim is what? They put them in flippers, because flippers help them kick and stay afloat a lot easier. And the fact is, this is a giant flipper. I mean, the good Lord made fish for a reason without 2 legs, right? But the dolphin kick is a very efficient move, but they've got to know how to do it. So as we focus on safety, all of our products and all of our methods and materials all focus on safety. We have a video online that's called Mermaid Tail Ready, to make sure that a child is truly ready to swim. And these 6 steps, we've had parents tell us that their child was not willing to get in the water, they were terrified of the water, they wouldn't get in there, and now they are phenomenal swimmers.
Wow.
They've gotten off the couch, they're swimming, they're actively imagining and creating active play. And so for us, we couldn't be more thrilled. And so we're going to continue to emphasize swimming, partnerships with pools, local facilities, mermaid classes. One's here in Idaho Falls, for example. Kids can sign up and
that's cool.
Get out and do that. So those are another thing we're doing.
Let's take a look at some of these things. Tell me, I'm just going to let you guys walk me through what these products are.
Okay, so this is the monofin flipper. And basically how it works is that a person puts their feet through these holes, 1 foot in each hole. And just the neoprene cover that surrounds the hard plastic insert is what holds your feet down and in place. And it's got a tight fit, so your feet feel pretty firm against the flipper. And you can just use this by itself if you want.
Yeah.
You can just use it as a flipper and swim through the water, or as it was intended to be used, it goes inside the actual mermaid tail. So you put this on, you put the mermaid tail on, and then you put this on, and you put the mermaid tail down around so that it looks like
So this is the mermaid tail. Mm-hmm. So you would put this around your body. You step into that.
Pull it up over your
So
hips.
they wind this down to the bottom. We have these skins. This is just like a swimsuit, so it doesn't hold water. It pours, it's like a porous. And then they put it down like this. And then we have this is a patented monofin, which has really been our secret sauce.
So that's that, yeah.
That's that. This is patented.
Yeah, this is the same thing.
We did, Steve and I and a couple of other folks we worked with developed this monofin, and this has been the biggest selling monofin that I'm aware of anywhere. If you take it to the number that we sell individually and with our mermaid tail, it has sold. It's got to be one of the top sellers in the world.
Wow.
And the reason that it's first of all, it's so comfortable. Most monofins pinch your feet, bind your feet, can cramp your feet because it's against the neoprene. It's soft and comfortable. But the biggest factor for us is the secret sauce of these little cuffs, because it helps your feet. It stays on when you want it to, but when you want it off, it's simply you push against it and it pops your 1 foot out. Then you take your other foot and pull out the other one, and you're out of it just like that.
It's easy to get off.
Very easy.
You're not stuck all day.
No,
just
really quick, and that's part of our 6-step process. So then this is what the magic is, because when they put this in, it's not like it's just a costume. literally kids can swim 2 times faster than the other kids in the pool with this on. So imagine when they see a mermaid who actually is functioning as a mermaid, although we don't recommend they try to breathe underwater. And so that, and then it goes up and it does the kicks.
And so was this the original product? Was this the original?
No. Well,
Not exactly the
But it was some version of this.
This did not exist when my parents started selling tails,
Okay.
this piece. They just sold them just as the fabric tail.
Okay.
we've also enhanced the fabric tail to give various prints of scale and of flukes. They used a sparkle fabric that
More
was
of a
shiny and
solid
shimmery sparkle.
I see. Okay.
So we've modified that over time.
So what do we have here?
Well, this is just another. We have
That's the cover.
Yeah, we have multiple. This is what a tail skin looks like beforehand, and we're really also excited. We have a patent pending on this new innovation on protecting these tail tips. It's hard to have a soft fabric and then yet have it protected. So we recently have done that, and then we've got these sparkly and they're dressed up. But this is just an example of the various styles that the girls go crazy for in various pools.
And we have, so this is the expansion into blankets.
Yeah.
And you guys, when did you start making these blankets?
I think it was winter of 2015 is when
So
we first
pretty
started making
recent,
it.
less than 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
a
And
little over a year ago.
did that come about because you knew that the mermaid tails were doing so well that you just thought, why don't we explore into blankets? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, when we found that there's ways that we could diversify, mermaid swimming typically is in the summer, and mermaid blankets are in the winter. So it was a logical place for us to go to fill in that. And now you've seen the craze that exists in mermaid tail blankets, and we like to think that we were a little part of that.
and they're not just mermaid tails. You've got the polar bear.
So this is a new product line that we're just announcing, ready to launch now. It's called Wild Things. These are brand new.
Okay.
And again, it's going toward the creative play. You can see that kids can be warm in it, and they also can, yeah, there's the box of it. They can also dress up as their favorite character and go around growling at somebody, and they can stay warm on a cold day. So it's designed to be kind of all featured blanket.
And you've got a snapper turtle, cinder black bear, brown bear, polar bear, lion, penguin, shark, and whale. The shark's pretty cool. Is this the shark?
Yeah, that's
You have a kid popping out of the top.
Yeah.
So this is new. This is kind of a new line.
Yeah, this is a new line. This stuff hasn't really even gone.
So this has been around for a little over a year, these types of tails, the mermaid-shaped tail, like this one. But these, we actually haven't started to sell on our website yet.
Oh, okay. So you're getting an exclusive,
Yeah,
basically. This is exclusive.
This is
You don't
exclusive
even- most people don't even know that these are coming.
to
so.
be released.
And then here we have, let's open that.
That's our
I can
shark
take
fin.
that blanket back.
Yeah. Let's see if I can figure out how to open this box up here. Let's see. Here.
Well,
this
it's
bag. There
nice
we
that
go.
it's in a convenient
Yeah.
carrying case. So if you go to the
It's a
beach,
backpack.
oh yeah, put it on your back.
Yeah. So this is our shark fin that we've got a patent pending on as well for the design. And it's light, and we partnered with a company to help us develop this mold and this unique style. It's light, it's fun, and I don't know how many of us guys at one point thought about being a shark as we swam around chasing our sisters around in a pool. I know I did.
Yeah.
So my sisters can attest to that. So yeah, that's some of the ongoing products in pools that we're continuing to innovate on and allow an entire family to play, have a good time.
So the mermaids, I imagine, are targeted toward young ladies and girls. Do you kind of build the shark fins for boys, to equal, play toy?
Yeah, see, one of the issues we were finding is that people would come, like a grandma, to buy something for their granddaughter, and then they'd have a grandson that they also wanted to get something for. And yet if we only have mermaid tails, they might feel like there wasn't really something that they wanted to buy for their grandson. So we have tried to create items that someone would be able to buy for their grandson or their son. At the same time, they're buying something for their daughter or their granddaughter. And that's kind of what we've seen. We've seen at times where one purchaser will buy both. They'll buy the shark fin, and we have also some swimwear that goes with the shark fin. And so they'll buy the set for their grandson, and they'll buy a set of the mermaid tail and the swimwear for their granddaughter. So it works out really well.
It works out great.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say is the biggest thing you've learned over the past few years that might help other small or large business owners with their companies?
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Well, I thought you might ask that question, so I kind of gave that some thought ahead of time. And there are three things that I would say. First, it needs to be about more than money. And I really believe that's true with our business. It hasn't been just about making a profit. This idea of everyone deserves to dream, this idea of giving back, this belief that people should learn, become better swimmers, safer in the water. Those are overriding principles that I think guide us in our business and have helped to lead us toward profitability, really. So I think have a purpose beyond profit is one reason, one thing I've learned, and I believe we've applied really well. The other thing I'd say is if you want to find success in business, have a mentor. Have someone that you can turn to. Frankly, I'd call him my mentor. I don't know who he'd call as a mentor. But, our parents have been mentors. We've found other people we've worked with in our past experience that we've been able to turn to, others that we can look to find good ideas. But find somebody that you trust being a key issue there, someone that's a mentor that you trust that can guide you in making those kinds of good decisions. Those are two of the things that I thought of.
I think I could add a couple more. So yeah, thanks, Steve. I would agree with both of those. In addition, I think it's important to surround yourself, kind of going off of what he said, but really with the best people you can get. And when you start something, plan it to scale, plan it big. You know, sometimes people go into something and they go in so gingerly that they never succeed to begin with. And so you've got to go in with that vision that you're going to succeed. The one thing we did when we started is we knew we'd succeed, and so we were really trying to build our systems. And we had a choice, frankly, to even do a more robust system. We thought, oh, we'll grow that quickly. Well, we did. And I really wish I could have gone back and said, you know, if you can at all afford it, put in just that little bit extra that will give you that ability to even scale quicker, because when you have to retrofit, it's a bigger problem, much bigger later. And so I learned about the scalability of a business and the criticality of aligning yourself with really smart people that know better than you do. A lot of times you don't have the resources or the ability, but you can, like Steve said, look for mentors who can assist you in knowing what to do. When we first started this and took it over from my parents, I quit my job and I was basically it. I was used to having teams. I was used to having groups to do things, and suddenly I was the IT guy, the sales guy, the e-commerce manager, and everything. And then we had our little seamstresses making product, and we started working with a company called Dawn Enterprises out of Blackfoot, who's been a wonderful partner for us as well. But I just learned how quickly I needed a lot of help. I didn't have the graphic design. I didn't know any of these things. And so really getting those people and working as a team, it's so critical. I think too many times people feel that to be successful, it's got to be about me. You know, as Steve said, it's not about money, it's not about these other things. It's about a team and getting the team to buy in on a common cause that's more than money. Money is always temporarily, but you get our team to buy in on helping kids be safe or helping kids, give back. Everybody gets excited about that, and it really is what is empowering and changes lives, and that's what lasts. So those things are a couple of things I would also encourage people to do, is surround themselves, and they don't have to know everything. In fact, it's best that they admit that they don't.
Yeah. Don't try to do everything yourself.
Yeah.
Would you say that you've made some mistakes where you've learned from? Any examples you want to share? Yeah.
How much time did you say?
Yeah.
If there was any mistakes, there were some things. It goes on multiple fronts. One is sometimes you have to also be cautious about trusting people. You have to be reserved at times because some people have different intent. The world is under attack all the time with knockoffs, with people that are trying to imitate you. And what really awakens you to this is when you look around and you see how many people are imitating your company. They're trying to actually look like they're FinFun. Mm-hmm. And you realize, wow, these are just dishonest people. And we don't really run into that much in this part of the country, but you see it around the world. And so you realize how important it is to protect yourself with patents, trademarks, proper agreements. All of those things must be established because people are seeking every minute to take your good idea and run with it. And so I think we've learned that. That's been a school of hard knocks that we learned. But on the positive side, as a note that I'd say that we learned is along any business path, there are waves that hit you. I guess we use the metaphor of ocean, that hits you that you think, boy, could this sink our ship? This is a big deal. What are we going to do? And you know what? In the scheme of things, it's just a small wave. And as time goes on, you overcome those things, and they become just a blip. And it's kind of like life. There are days that you think, am I going to overcome this thing? This is massive. But it seems like as you go on in life and you look back, you go, you know what? That was just a good learning experience. It wasn't that big of a deal. So I think it's put things more in relative. It keeps things in relative to me. It keeps things in perspective. Because I really want to just, it's helped me say, you know what? It's going to be okay. We're going to get through this. It'll be okay.
Good advice.
Yeah, we thought we'd had some situations come up that felt at the time like they could be enough to put us under, but like you're saying, the key is to not give up. The key is to just work through it and to keep moving forward, sticking true to your principles and things. And it turns out to not be as big of a problem as you would think. One case in point is just with regard to online security. We had an issue come up with that we thought we were good and found out we had an issue. We fixed it. Seemed like it was a huge deal, but just by being frank and proactive and direct and communicative with our customers, it really didn't have that big of an impact on our business in the end. In fact, if anything, I think it developed a greater level of trust by our being direct and frank and
Front about it.
upfront about it.
So what's next?
Well, we're going to continue to grow and be the greatest company we can be. As we've gone through this thing, again, I'm a very, I think we both are, we're spiritual, religious people. And I just feel like this has gone way beyond what either of us could do. And so I believe whatever's next is what he wants it to be next. And we're open to whatever that is, because so far it's going a lot better than we thought it would. But from us, we do indeed have a strategy. We're going to continue to build out. One of the key things we're doing is a program called Mermaid University. And it's a program that is getting illiterate into the pools around the United States of America and Canada, where we're beginning to tie into organizations and help them build this swimming awareness. And we think that will be a very powerful ability to have influence on, hopefully thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of swimming pools in America through defined swim classes and programs. We're also looking to continue to expand our various lines of product. You'll see FinFund continue to diversify and add additional product lines is where they make sense. We have a wonderful, loyal customer base. We have, I think, the who's who of the customers. I mean, I talked to you about a few of the people that buy our products, but if you really looked at it, and as we've done in-depth analysis, it's enviable of any business in the world, our customer base. They like FinFund, they like to buy more products from us, and we certainly would love to help solve that problem with them. So we'll continue to do that. On a personal note, it's kind of interesting because this business was founded when Steve and I took it over, and really, they were growing, but it was such an amazing growth after we bought it. The things that we were able to do as a team, but it was because my parents had chosen, and I really admired that they had finally, after 32 businesses, they found one that was working. I mean, it was really working for them. And if Steve and I had to bet, we said, well, this isn't going to be the one. Yeah, we did. Us guys, what do we know? Yeah. But they knew better, and then we quickly knew better. And so they went on a mission. The fact they were willing to leave that and go on a mission when they finally had it. They'd only been going a year and a half or whatever, and it was still really quite small. That they were willing to do that. Well, now I've been called to serve a mission. And so I'm in that same situation where I'm now said, okay, do I say no, I can't, the business is going too much or there's too much opportunity? No, I'm going to follow the example of my parents, and I'm going to be leaving for 3 years, going to a hot place, a wonderful place, excited about Tucson, Arizona.
You'll see some of these, I'm sure.
I'm sure I will. Yeah, I'm sure maybe when we go to our area, they'll go, "You're FinFund? Yeah. Wow."
You'll be popular.
They won't want to listen to what I have to say on other matters, but.
So what do your parents think now when they look back?
They're amazed. They really are. It's as Eric pointed out, they've been in so many businesses, some more successful than others. They are truly the example of entrepreneurship. I mean, they have, throughout our lives, shown us what it means to work hard and to go after a dream. And they were having success, and to now see where it is, they're amazed, they're grateful, and they just hope it continues to grow and be successful. And they support us, 100%. They're behind this business.
Well, your story is very inspiring, and it's right here in our own backyard, right here in Idaho Falls. And if you're interested in these products, they're available. We're going to put a link to the FinFun website, as well as their social media channels. We really appreciate you guys coming in. Best of luck on your mission.
Thank you very much.
Maybe you'll come back in 3 years and it will have doubled again.
I'd like to see that happen,
someday.
Steve. See what you can do, will you?
Yeah. Again, the co-owners of FinFun, the Brownings, have been with us today. Thanks for watching. Have a good week.